Hello, my friends. I'm Kay Hill, and I want to thank you for stopping by to catch another episode of Rat Race Revolution TV. Today, we're going to talk about something. Um, today we're going to talk about paradigm shifts, and what a paradigm shift is it's a sudden change in how you see things. We all come into this world as a blank slate, first of all. But during the course of living with our upbringing, our parents, our environment, our culture, all of those things combined give us preconceived notions or assumptions that we have about life. And based on where we're living and who are our influencers of that day and time, we'll carry around certain assumptions with us as we go through life. And we'll make decisions based on those assumptions, never challenging them. Some people will challenge them, but most people won't. So when you talk about a paradigm, you're talking about basically the assumptions that you hold and that guide you through your decision making and through your life. And when you have a paradigm shift, you basically totally flip that on its head and you see things a completely new way. Some examples, many years ago, people of the day assumed that the world was flat. Now, of course, it wasn't, and we know that now. Now it's a given, but at one time, that was a very radical idea. And we have Christopher Columbus, that's who everybody attributes uh, dispelling that myth to when he sailed around the world and didn't fall off the end, right? So another paradigm shift or another assumption that many of us hold is the idea that you go to school so that you can get a good job. Especially in American society, that's been a commonly held belief for as long as I can remember, and generations before my time. You had to go to school in order to get a good job and have a successful life. That's just the way that it was. Well, now we can consider a paradigm shift of Steve Jobs or Bill Gates or Mark Zuckerberg. We have them to thank for shattering that myth because now we know that's not necessarily the case. Yes, education is amazing, and you always want to challenge yourself to grow, but a formal education by way of university or college is not the only way to produce income and to have a successful life, a fruitful life. We know that now, and more people are accepting that as their common belief system. One other common belief system that we have is the fact that making money is hard. A lot of people think that, and a lot of people go through life struggling to make money. But what I want to challenge you today is to create a paradigm shift in that regard, in your relationship with money and how you think about money and how you relate to making money. If you're currently going through life thinking that making money is hard, it's difficult, and you secretly may resent rich people for having money, I want you to get rid of that because that is actually what's preventing you from attracting money to yourself. You see, we all have are basically bundles of energy floating around this universe, and we are challenged to direct that. We have to, how can I say, focus that energy and use it purposefully. And most of us are not doing that, myself included at times. I'm actually going on this journey of learning how to control my thoughts and putting them towards the positive outcomes that I want. Sometimes it's hard, because I actually grew up in an environment that was not abusive or anything, but carried around a lot of negative ideas and negative beliefs about what was possible. And so I have to constantly remind myself not to focus on what I don't want to happen, focus on what I do want to happen. If I'm going somewhere and I'm instead of saying, I hope I'm not late, I don't want to be late, I say to myself, delete that statement. I'm going to arrive on time, in plenty of time, and and that's what happens. If I expect to go to the shopping mall or the grocery store, or maybe downtown. I live in Chicago, downtown Chicago, where traffic is or parking is always a challenge. I say to myself, I'm going to find the perfect parking spot right in front of my destination, and 9 times out of 10, when I say that to myself and I set that intention, that's exactly what happens. So, understand that there's power in your words and there's power in your thinking. And so, when you are going forth in your day, um, use that to your advantage. Why not? And create your own paradigm shift. Okay, until next time, I want to thank you for watching Rat Race Revolution TV, where we're living life by design and not by default. Take care.